Alright guys, day 60, part 2. So in this video I want to talk about something that I've learned over the past couple of months, ever since I started this brand. Um, and that's, if you're planning on starting a personal brand or building an audience online, you need to be aware of two things, or you need to come in with two expectations. First, that it's going to take a very, very long time in order for you to see success with it, which means it could be years before you see any success with content, right? It's all about that consistency. It's all about putting out enough volume, getting better as you produce more and more content, refining the areas that you talk about, making more entertaining videos, increasing both the content value and the production value of whatever it is that you're putting out on these social media platforms. It's slow. It's a slow, long process. It's a very long-term kind of thing. So keeping that in mind, it brings us to the next point, the next expectation, which is that you should not start a personal brand or an audience out of desperation with the intention of making a shit ton of money immediately. All right, like yes, you are like putting out content, you are helping people, you are providing people with some value, but that doesn't mean you do so in a way where you have the intention of milking every person for as many dollars as they can give you, right? At the end of the day, creating content and doing something that's valuable, the purpose of it is to have a positive impact on other people. Sure, you can make money from it in an ethical way, but expecting it right out the gate and trying to, acting out of desperation because you're in some kind of financial turmoil or something like that, even though starting an audience is a very low barrier to entry kind of business, it takes a lot of time. And if you act out of desperation, you're going to make a lot of silly mistakes. You're going to do things that you'll regret later on, things that will hurt your authenticity and will probably destroy the trust that you've worked hard to build with your audience members. And so you want to make sure that as time progresses, yes, you improve your content, you make it better, you potentially outsource some of the work so that you can free up your time. But what I'd recommend is not having the intention of making content your primary source of income, at least not for a long time, right? Focus on go get a job if you need to. Go maybe pursue another business venture and do content on the side. Like, I know content is important, and that long-term social media garnering attention and monetizing that attention is certainly the way to go. But it can't be your only source of income. You can't rely on it, right? We live in a world of cancel culture and all of these things alike. Your online presence can be destroyed within a matter of seconds by social media platforms and whatnot. So the only assets that you have that no one can ever take away from you are skills, evergreen, high income skills. So aside from the time that you spend working on your audience, which again is important to do, I'd recommend that you simultaneously pursue some kind of evergreen high income skill so that you can use that to make money. And therefore, once you've gotten the money portion taken care of, once you have enough to meet your living expenses, and you can live at least a comfortable life based off of that, then you can devote the rest of the money that you have left over to self-education, to working on your content, working on your audience, the one-person business model as it's being popularized today. So that's just my take on it. That's what I think. That's what I'm personally doing, which is why you're not going to hear about me selling any kind of course or anything like that for a very, very long time. And even if I ever do those things, I honestly don't think I will, given at this time, I don't think I'm going to sell some kind of a course unless I can put it on one of those websites like Skillshare, where you can just get the course for free with the free trial that they offer, and I can still get paid for it or whatever, but it doesn't actually cost you any money to do so. So something like that. Otherwise, I don't ever think I'm going to do anything like that. I think at least information should be free. Everyone always talks about give away the information and sell the implementation. So that's kind of the trajectory that I'm headed down, but I want to do it in an ethical way. I don't want to rush it. I know it takes time, and right now and for to scale this audience to the size I need it to be in order for me to even consider monetizing it, I'm not gonna be selling anything or doing anything in that manner. Maybe I'll start running advertisements once I meet YouTube's requirements, and I'll probably promote some affiliate offers for the products that I use and stuff like that, the basics, maybe some sponsorships as well. But I won't start selling my own things for the foreseeable future. And the reason I'm comfortable doing that, the reason I'm okay with it, is because I'm focusing on developing a different skill, a high income evergreen skill that I can use to get a job if I need to, a remote, high paying job, so that I can use the cash flow from that job to reinvest into this channel, into its growth, and also so that I can identify opportunities within that industry that I can pursue in another business, right? I talked about this in my previous video about how if you have specific knowledge, if you have specific experience in a field or a particular industry, then you'll be more aware of the opportunities that exist within that space. It's like comparing the difference between someone who has never worked at a tech company versus someone who's worked at a tech company for 10 years and comparing the two of them and asking, which one is more likely to identify a very good opportunity within the tech industry. Obviously, the person who worked at a tech company for 10 years. That's basically what I'm doing. That's what I'm focusing on. That's my take on it. I don't think your audience should be your primary source of income ever. Really, I think it should be something that, yes, you can pursue it full time. You can create content and enjoy the process and whatnot. But I don't think it should be your primary source of income. At least not the audience itself. I think maybe if you're promoting a specific offer, or you have a business that you built off of your audience or something like that, that's likely feasible. That's what most really big creators do. But otherwise, I don't think building an audience should be your main source of income. I think it should be something that you do because you enjoy, because you want to provide value to people, because you want to help people, and because you also want to learn valuable skills, things like marketing, things like content creation, videography, social media, all this stuff, and just have a positive impact on people. I think if you have that kind of motivation, if that's what you're motivated by and not by the monetary aspect of it, again, there's nothing wrong with making money from your audience. I plan on doing it eventually once, again, as a result of me consistently providing value to you guys. But I don't think it should be your primary intention when you start building an audience. I think your primary focus should just be to consistently provide value to people and help as many people as you possibly can as a result of based on the things that you've learned from your own experiences. Gary Vee always talks about documenting instead of creating, and so that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm focusing on. So yeah. Anyways, that kind of turned into a rant, an 8-minute long rant. But I hope you got some value out of that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.